This is a simple ball jointed doll ring tutorial. Like, I was focusing earlier, like that. Ta-da! So that's what we're gonna make today. And what you're gonna need these. They're fake wedding rings that you get like in the wedding section of like stores. There's gonna be links at the bottom, well, the bottom in the description on like places to find them, and I'll try and find some online resources too for this stuff. You're also going to need a doll hand, attached or unattached, and you're going to need hemostats or jewelry tweezers. There's also this kind. They look like that. You're going to need wire cutters, like that, and you're going to want, but it is optional, some little nail art pieces. These are optional because honestly you could just have a blank ring if you wanted to. Oh, the ring rotated. Like that. So, oh, I almost forgot. You're gonna need glue. I am using all-purpose glue. So you're gonna need that. So first off, you're gonna have your hand. Take that off. And you're gonna want to take one of your rings. The nice thing about these is they usually come in large sets, so if you mess up, you can just make another one. Because if you bend this too far, like here, if you bend it too much, like really, really tight like that, and then you bend it back and forth a bunch of times, that happens. No me gusta. So it's nice that they come in lots of sets. So you're going to start bending. And bending. And bending. Bending and going around. I think I made this one a little too big. That's okay, because we're going to fix that. So you're going to get like this spiral going with your pliers. And you're going to bend it a little bit tighter. And you take your hand and you slip it on to test the fit. This one is pretty good. It might be a little loose, which I can tighten it. Just gonna find a nice not round spot, like it's kind of like oval, which is actually kind of good because some hands are not perfectly round. They're kind of, they're not round, like rounded. They're kind of squarish. Also, you're going to want to pick a hand, or a finger I should say, that has lots of space between its neighbor finger. Like these two right here, I can't really make rings for because there's no gap at the top, unless I want like the ring, like the first knuckle or whatever. But this one's got plenty of space. The smallest I've ever made is USD, and that's because the finger was like pointing like that. So I could put a ring on it. So this one is pretty good now. It's a good size. It won't just fall off in any second. I'm going to take your pliers. See if I can get the camera to... Pliers. And you're just going to cut it. And put that aside for future use. So now we got our ring. Just gonna retest it for fitting again. And it fits pretty well. So I'm gonna slide it off. It could be a little tighter, so you can also round it. Going like that. Just Just gonna squeeze it together a little. Make sure I didn't mess it up. Back on the finger. When you're using metal with your dolls, you want to be careful so you don't scratch them. And I made it too small. Oh no! So I'm gonna shimmy it back off. My hemostats, go in the center, and just spread them slowly. Now I have a little gap. Or more of a gap. Anyway, back on the finger. And ta-da! It fits again! Okay, so if you don't have those little nail art pieces, or you don't want to use them, your ring's gonna end up looking like that. Cool thing about these wedding ring, like fake wedding ring things, is they kind of have like a design on them, so it's not just like plain. And they're thin, so they fit. Like that. So if you want to add your little nail art pieces, you're gonna pick which color you want. What color do I want? Let's go with red. Oh, he already has a red one. Okay, never mind. Let's go with green. Why not? So you're gonna get your little piece. I cut my nails short, so I'm having trouble getting them out. Put that down. Close that back up, or I'll end up with them all over the place. You're gonna take your glue. And I think I'm gonna take it off my doll. And put it on my hemostat. And lock it. Lock the hemostat. Okay. So then you're gonna find where you want your top to be. I want it to be right there. And take my glue. Try and get my glue out. It's not cooperating. It's not a new bottle. Okay, so when your glue decides to cooperate, you're going to put a healthy amount of glue. If you put too little glue, after it dries, it'll just pop off as soon as you touch it, which is not fun. I'm going to reorient my little gem. The good thing to do with gems is lick your finger so that the gem sticks to the top of your finger. Otherwise you can use tweezers, but I haven't had luck with that. So you're going to push your gem onto there. And it's okay if there's a little glue. It should dry clear. See that better? Yeah, there's a little glue there, but it should dry clear. I would rather use too much glue than too little, just because I'd have to glue it on again, and that's a waste of time. So then after you have that, you're just going to leave it and forget about it, so that you make sure your glue is nice and dry. Go watch some TV or brush your doll wig or something. And ta-da! But once it's dry, it will end up looking, get tweezers, end up looking like that. Ta-da! My camera's not going to focus because there's too many things to focus on. Ta-da! The fun thing about these is they also double as MSD size bracelets. So you can just open the back and just place it on, which is funsies. Or you can make tiny bracelets by just, like for tinies like Pookies and USDs, just cutting it, just reshaping it. Or you could bedazzle it and have a cool bedazzled bracelet. Ta-da! And that's it. Once it's dry, you can just put it on your doll's finger, and you're good to go. Bye!